don't normally drink caffeine, but I had a couple of sips of a Monster this morning and I'm wired just a little bit. All right, so after the gym this morning, I went by the hardware store to pick up a couple more sheets of OSB and this 2x6 that we needed material wise. And while I was there, I found this 8-foot slab of butcher block that was on sale for $199, and it's normally priced at $299. So went ahead and picked that bad boy up for 200 bucks. And this is gonna go on the countertop, or this is the countertop for when you first walk in. There's gonna be cabinets and the countertop. So I wasn't planning on buying it this early in the process because we're not ready for it, but it was too good of a deal to pass up. So we're gonna toss that up in the loft for now to get it out of the way. I'm gonna go ahead and back this truck up over there. We'll get this unloaded and get started for the day. I'm loving it. Countertop area. It's gone. Out of the way. Sheet of plywood cut and toss on there, and this will look good, be ready for paint.
Are you gonna paint everything on that door white?
Yeah, we're gonna paint it all, hardware and everything. Yeah, the only thing that's not really gonna be finished is just in between here.
Yeah.
Looks like it's not really much you can do because like these doors, they gotta swing. So if you make this a lot thicker, it might contact before it comes in, you know? Good. Sweet. Add a little texture and paint. This will look real nice.
Yeah.
So I may or may not have put a dryer vent behind here and then put this plywood on over it. I definitely did. So I'm going to take this panel off and cut out the hole for the dryer vent and then put this back. Okay, so I'm hoping that I'm not going to have to do measuring and guessing so much. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to open up this dryer vent and take a Sharpie and try to mark on the inside of the plywood. All right, let's see how that came out. The sheetrock, but never done that before. There we go. It's not too shabby. Just gotta find the center of that and I'll drill it out with my 4-inch hole saw. You're supposed to sew well. Just do really good. We'll probably do that. Alright, so what we just did was add an extra 1.5 inches to this. That way when we put the door in, there's room for the trim around it. So the last thing we got to do with the plywood is put some sheathing around this door opening on the outside and the inside. So we're going to pull some measurements, cut some sheathing, and then be done with this step. 76.5, 82, and all the way to 17. 2 inches.
On that nail gun, they made it so easy to bypass the safety.
Yeah?
They give you like an extension piece
Kinda
away from the
pull it.
tip, and you just do, and the thing's over
How far
here.
do you think it would shoot?
I don't know, we could try it.
I bet it'd go about 20 feet. Sammy, what's up, man?
What's going on?
Some more dirt work. Fortunately, you know someone that's looking.
I really want.
That's funny.
Had a nice little vacation.
Where'd you go? The house? Has it just been the rain?
Just a little stuff here and there.
Yeah. Say, bro, what you think?
Pretty good to me.
Heck yeah, that looks good. So what we're about to do is we're gonna measure out the window. All we gotta do is cut this board out, and then we'll put this bottom board in right to these marks that we have, screw it in, and drill a hole in all four corners. And we're gonna cut the outside sheeting off, and then we'll cut our plywood, put it on here. From the outside, we'll mark the inside of the window opening, then we can take this down, trace it, cut the lines out, put it back on, and then we have a big section of siding outside from the door. We're just gonna cover the hole from the outside until we get the window in. So this will all be completely done. Start with removing the insulation. Trickiest part about all this is cutting this stud out. It's not gonna want to get cut out. Nice hammer. Pop that thing out of there. Very nice. We need to measure this out and cut this. Feeling like a hunting camp now, huh? Quite. The other one should be shorter, yeah. That's how you get a perfect cut. No measurement required. Finally done with all of the plywood sheathing, so we're working on getting the rest of this stuff cleaned out of here, and we're going to sweep up the floors, and then we're going to sand the walls where it needs to be done, and then we're going to finish cleaning everything out, getting it ready for paint. It's important to get the walls very clean. If you still have dust on your walls, then the paint will probably peel. after you paint it. So I like using a leaf blower, and I just blow out this shed until there's just no more dust anywhere. Now that we got it nice and clean and mostly dust free in here, we're gonna go ahead and take some caulk and we're going to start filling gaps anywhere that we see like that. We're gonna let that dry overnight, and then tomorrow we'll get in here and either put a coat of primer or put a coat of mud, like texture. We're gonna be using a sheetrock mud and a texture sprayer. Put texture on the walls to hide this kind of OSB patterning. We're just getting everything prepped for that. We're gonna go ahead and caulk everything, all the gaps that we need to caulk. That way we'll be ready to either paint or texture tomorrow.
Sounds great. How flat does it have to be?
I mean, you know, as flat as you can get it without wasting too much time. Let me borrow that for a minute. That's it for today. We made a lot of progress, which is great. We got this window cut out, framed in, ready to go. So once we get the window in, all we gotta do is take that panel off, slide the window in, pop a few screws and some caulk in it, and it's done. We got our 4-inch vent for the dryer installed down there. We got the rest of the paneling put in place. For the door, we put panels on these barn doors, so they are gonna look a whole lot better once we get some paint on them. And then we come through, cleaned, caulked everything, and we are ready for paint. So tomorrow morning we're gonna come in here and we're gonna mask off the windows, the door, anything that needs to be masked off, and we're gonna go ahead and put a coat of oil-based primer on everything. Oil-based primer is important when you're painting on OSB or wood product like this, because if you use something that's water-based, it's going to soak up into the wood, cause the wood to expand, and it's gonna buckle, which is gonna cause the paint to fail, cause it to peel. So we're using an oil-based primer to insulate the wood against any water, and then we're going to spray texture on it, put another coat of primer, and then finally paint it. And this will all look fantastic.